Go. In conclusion, the lecturer said, when first I went to Portugal, I shared all the indignation of my countrymen at the easygoing habits of the people of the peninsula. But in the short space of time it took me to reach my hotel from the landing stage, I determined never to say another word against them on the matter, for the enervating heat took all the energy out of me. In the third place, the traveler learns at first hand the true character of the people among whom he finds himself, and the facts of life are impressed upon him in a way the pages of a book could never effect. In the next place, and in the last place, there are the physical benefits to be derived from walking. Too much food and too little exercise is the root of most of our bodily ills. And if we would indulge more freely in walking and think less of our ease and the trouble of walking, our lives would undoubtedly be free from many of the aches and pains of which we are now so ready to complain. Para. For the first time in the history of the company, said the speaker, we have to report an adverse balance. In the first instance, we have had a serious strike at the works. But you will be glad to know that all disputes have been amicably settled. In the next place, we have had some very heavy law expenses with reference to our existing patents and with reference to which a statement appears in the report. In the last place, our annual turnover has not been up to expectations, though, by the way, it slightly exceeds the figures of last year. You will be glad to hear that our new manager has introduced several excellent reforms which will bear fruit in the near future. It would be out of place for me in the short space of time at my disposal to try to go fully into the details of the accounts. Moreover, we expect to receive very shortly a further report from the auditors having regard to the present state of affairs, and in consequence of certain criticism, we think it best, under the circumstances to have an independent investigation, and the auditors have been asked to give a frank expression of opinion in reference to the affairs of the company. The position is a difficult one. On the one hand, we are told that, as a matter of course, the business ought to be prosperous. Yet, as a matter of fact, the contrary is the case. What is the matter? We hope to hear from the auditors who are looking into the matter and who are expected to report in a few days. Para. At the present time, great attention is paid to the exploration of the north and south poles of the earth by explorers of all nations. Some of the names made famous in connection with polar exploration are Nansen, a Norwegian doctor who sailed in the frame and succeeded in getting very near to the North Pole. Lieutenant Peary, a daring American who was the first to reach the North Pole. Emerson, who accompanied Nansen in the frame and who was the first to discover the South Pole, and Scott, who unfortunately lost his life while returning after having reached the South Pole. Among them, they have added much to geographical knowledge, and in a great measure, investigators at the present day know as much about these in point of fact as is likely to prove of scientific value. But sooner or later, sentiment rather than science will be gratified by the discovery and publication all over the world of every secret of these untrodden regions. Para. Ships of immense proportions are nowadays found in all parts of the world, and docks have to be made deeper and deeper in order to accommodate the huge vessels which are constructed to carry more and more and to travel faster and faster as time advances. Distance between us and foreign parts is becoming less and less, and north and south and east and west are being brought nearer and nearer, so that the desire long since expressed has almost been accomplished, and time and space have been practically annihilated by the progress of science and the ingenuity of men.